Life is a gift of God to us, and a life well lived is our gift in return to our God. Teenagers many a times come to me with a broken heart or with some queries on sexual relationships. They would like to go into sexual relationships, whether it's the right thing to do or whether they have to wait till their marriage are some of the questions troubling the teenagers and young adults. Friends, when I speak today about premarital sex, I'm not going to judge anything or anyone. Sexual instinct is very natural for all the human beings. And when a person matures because of the hormonal changes, that urge also accompanies. But we have to know what are the drawbacks or effects of having premarital sex. In America, they had made a study, online study, and they have found out sexual quality is 15% higher in the people who had no premarital sex. Relationship stability is 22% higher in those who did not have sex before marriage. Satisfaction in relationship is 20% higher. So this study showed that premarital sex doesn't help in increasing the happiness or relationship. We generally speak about sexually transmitted diseases or unwanted pregnancy or any other emotional issues. But today I would like to bring to your notice what are the other things which can affect or which can be the adverse effects of premarital sex. It's very obvious that the partners tend to lose interest in each other. If one partner among them just wants to have sex, once he or she has sex, they will not have much interest in that relationship. You may become the butt of gossip among your peer, among your neighbors, or whoever knows you. At least in Indian context, premarital sex is not accepted. And so people tend to gossip. And you may have to suffer because of this. Trauma can happen in the case of unwanted pregnancy. There are incidents where, in spite of taking precautions, the girl ended up in pregnancy. And it's a sad story. Sometimes the boy leaves her and goes away. There are people who have expressed this. He doesn't even receive my call. We were so much in love with each other. But now I have to bear this individually. And many a times the girl ends up in abortion, aborting the fetus. And this will leave an emotional wound on her. In case the relationship did not last long, you decide to get married to someone else, and eventually you will do, then you will enter this particular marriage with an emotional baggage. Sometimes they ask me, "Ma'am, these things have happened with me. I was in a relationship and we had sex. Should I tell my to-be husband or not?" So this will be always in your mind, that I have hidden certain things with him. But if you say, most of the cases that relationship will not begin at all. So these are all scars. You risk your spiritual damage. In our country, almost all the religions are against premarital sex. And you have been brought up in this way. Your parents always instruct you, see, don't fall into any such relationship. First of all, love relationship itself is not accepted in many of the households and families. And if they come to know that you have entered into premarital sexual relationship, you will spoil the relationships with your loved ones also. At the same time, there will be a spiritual damage. You yourself start feeling guilty. And you are not able to keep that relationship with God. Because guilt is a very bad emotion. And this guilt will also have bad effect on your other relationships. Not only guilt, my dear friends, when you enter into this type of sexual relationship with someone, you will do it in a sly way. Have you heard anybody telling, I had premarital sex? People don't say it louder. Okay, in your peer group, you may sometimes say, to show that, okay, we are very modern. But definitely not with your parents, not with your siblings, neither any of the family members. You will not open your mouth. So you will really spoil your relationships with your loved ones. So it is affecting very important relationships in your life. So having said this, I just want to ask you, is it worthwhile to have premarital sex? Can't people wait? It's my question, but you have to think. We have to just ponder over the things which I have shared with you today. This is Dr. Judy Pinto. Face challenges Dr. Judy's way. Today is the 5th day. Thank you.